The Color of Justice Summary in a Modern U.S. City shadowed by racial tension, Avery Monroe, a brilliant black civil rights attorney, faces her greatest challenge yet when her teenage son is wrongfully arrested and brutalized by a white police officer. Avery fights back, not just in court, but in the soul of a system built to break people like her. The story climaxes in a courtroom showdown, where Avery's words dismantle the officer's armor of hate. He doesn't just lose the case, he breaks down in tears, confronted with the pain he caused, and the truth he can no longer deny. But Avery's victory is more than legal. It's moral, personal, and deeply human, the color of justice. Chapter 1. The arrest Avery Monroe was used to silence courtroom silence. The kind that hung thick before a verdict, and the kind that spoke volumes when neighbors crossed the street to avoid confrontation. But this silence, this one on a rainy Thursday night, was different. It was the silence of fear. Her phone rang at 9:42 p.m. "Mrs. Monroe?" the voice asked, official and cold. "Your son, Elijah Monroe, has been taken into custody. You'll need to come down to the 5th precinct." Her heart stopped. Elijah was only 16. Honor student. Talented photographer. Quiet kid who loved jazz and hated violence. She felt the ground tilt under her feet by the time she arrived. Elijah had a swollen lip and bruises on his cheek. No explanation. No apology. Just an officer in a buzz cut and mirrored sunglasses, arms crossed like a soldier guarding a war zone. "I want a supervisor." "Now," Avery said, her voice like flint. The officer smirked. "Your boy resisted arrest for what?" She demanded he fit the description, the old lie, Chapter 2. The name of the game. Avery knew the law. She also knew the rules of the street, which were unwritten and lethal. Black boys were guilty until proven otherwise, and when they had mothers like her, articulate. Unafraid, unyielding, the system flinched. She filed suit within the week. Elijah Monroe vs. Officer Daniel Rourke, and the city of Kingsfield. The city braced itself. Officer Rourke was a 12-year veteran with commendations, but a trail of complaints followed him: excessive force, profiling, intimidation. All swept under the rug, until now. Chapter 3. Crossfire. The courtroom buzzed like a storm, waiting to break. Avery stood in her navy blue power suit, calm but burning inside. Her opponent, a seasoned defense attorney with a gold tie and a patronizing smirk. But it wasn't him she watched. It was Officer Rourke, tight-lipped, eyes cold, heart unreadable. She called Elijah to the stand. He spoke quietly, voice trembling. "I was walking home. I saw the lights and stopped. I didn't run. He told me to get on the ground. I asked why. That's when he hit me." Gasps, murmurs. Rourke's face didn't move, but his hands clenched slightly. Chapter 4. The breaking point. Then came the body cam footage. It had been delayed. Technical difficulties, the city claimed. But Avery had fought hard to obtain it now. The whole courtroom saw it. Elijah standing still, hands raised. Officer Rourke shouting. The blow. The takedown. The zip ties. No threat. No weapon. Just fear. Rourke flinched. The courtroom was silent again, but not the cold kind. This was fire and ice silence. It burned then. Avery did something unexpected. She walked up to Officer Rourke, looked him in the eyes, and asked, not as a lawyer, but as a mother, "Do you see my son now?" He didn't answer. She kept going. "Do you see him as a threat? A statistic? Or do you see a boy who reads Baldwin and listens to Miles Davis? A boy who cried the first time he saw someone get hurt. A boy who still calls me mommy when he's scared." Rourke's jaw tightened. Then slowly his eyes welled up. The mask cracked. I didn't mean to. I thought." He stopped. The courtroom held its breath. A single tear slid down his face. I thought I was doing my job. Avery's voice stayed strong. Then maybe the job is broken. Chapter 5. Justice. Redefined. The jury ruled in Elijah's favor. Damages were awarded. Rourke was dismissed, but Avery knew this wasn't the end. It wasn't just about punishment, it was about change. Months later, Rourke asked to speak with her. She met him in a quiet park. He didn't come with lawyers. He came alone. "I'm in therapy," he said. "I had to look at myself." "Really look?" Avery nodded. "That's a start." He looked at her then. Eyes red, but honest. "Your words. They didn't just break me. They rebuilt something." Thank you. Epilogue. The new silence. Avery stood in front of a classroom, teaching young law students about civil rights litigation. But she wasn't just teaching law, she was teaching courage, and sometimes, when she paused between lectures, she thought of that courtroom, of her son, of the tear that marked a turning point. Silence, she realized, could be powerful, but not as powerful as a voice, one strong enough to shatter hate and build hope.